Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so today I'll be doing the dollar yen breakdown. So I have shown a few screenshots in my previous video, and today we'll be doing the dollar yen breakdown. Okay, so let's get started. I actually caught a pretty decent trade. I'm not sure. I can't remember how many R I take, but yeah, we're gonna go through. So anyway, so on the daily, what we can see is that price is printing higher structure. Okay, so this looks like a liquidity swap, go higher, causing break structure, expecting a retrace to go higher. Um, yeah, and we can see here there is an order block that price has been tapped into. On the weekly, yeah, it looks okay. But okay, anyway, I was looking for short because I'm not sure if this is gonna react. So instead of assuming that this is gonna react, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my shots down. So okay, so on the daily, we mark up our highs and lows. So we can see on the daily, it's printing higher structure. Here we have our first break. Here we have our second break. Okay, so if we mark this out nicely, so this is our first break, and then we have our second break of structure. Okay, which makes it valid to take to look for shorts. Okay, and then if we are in this range, this is actually one input leg, but because this is the nearest structure, so I mark this as a high and this as a low. So there's a possibility of chance going up to this order block and this order block, so both are valid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to react to it. So I'm not going to say this is going to react and have my take profit down here and then catch a whole swing. uh More often than not, you'll find yourself getting stopped out before going the actual full, I don't know, 120R trades. But anyway, so it's always good to take partial. So we go down to the 4 hour. Okay, but first let me just mark down the zone. Okay, so you guys can see. So there's one other block here, and there's one other block here, right? So at this time and price, there's two other blocks. Okay, and then if we go down to the hour 4, we can see that this is the refined order block. This is the refined order block. So if I remove this and I remove this, okay, I refine it down to here, I refine it down to here. Here you can see on the hour 4, okay, hour 4 is breaking structure, structure break. So in theory, this should be our last point of mitigation because this is our swing high and this is our swing low. And by left, this there's still a possibility of price going higher because this is our daily swing point. This is our H4 swing point. So our H4 swing point is here, our daily swing point is here. This mitigation, I don't think it mitigated anything, so we're gonna check. Anyway, so this mitigation, I don't think it made sense. That's why eventually price take me out break even and go higher. Here, when I was viewing it live, I know that this is a valid order block. This is also a valid order block. That's why taking partials is always very important to scale in. So here we can see, we're gonna check if it mitigated anything. Yeah, it mitigated this order block, right? So this mitigation makes sense. We can see there's a supply zone, there's an order block here. Let me just mark that out. Where's my mitigation? Okay, so this mitigation makes sense. Okay, so we see a mitigation, we see an impulsive flick down, we see retracement back up, and I was viewing this on the daily swing point is here, the H4 swing point is here. So by theory, price shouldn't go above here. If it goes above here, our next area to look for short is here, right? So this order block is still valid to me, and I know that price is gonna go. There's a possibility of it going higher, so I didn't really do have a lot on this position. Okay, so on the H4, we marked out two order blocks. Okay, price return to the order block. I think I was viewing it, okay, because I think I was viewing it live, so I know that I was viewing it live, and I see this huge impulsive leg up. So I see huge impulsive leg up, break structure. I would say I would class this as a breakout structure, but because of how impulsive this a bearish movement came back in. It looks like a liquidity grab. Okay, it looks like a liquidity grab to me. So at that point of time, it looks like a liquidity grabs, and I see the first break. Okay, on the minute tree, it doesn't look like a break. On the 1 hour, on the 1 minute, looks nicer. Okay, the reason why I scale in from the H4 to the 1 minute is because price is at the extreme. It's at the extreme, and there's nothing to mitigate, right? So if price goes any higher, it means that it violates the zone. So I can just jump into the H1 because I know that price has filled all of the orders, all of the mitigation. That's why I scale into the 1 minute, and yeah, and then we can see this huge breakdown. And then what I was seeing is first breakout structure, and then price started to give a retrace, and I think I entered on the first breakout structure. So this was my entry, a really simple breakdown. So we can see fractured order flow, liquidity here. Okay, the reason why I take this order block is, oh, the reason why I take this order block is because this order block, okay, this order block caused the impulsive break. Okay, we can see that this order block mitigates something over here, took liquidity, mitigated, breakdown, retrace this one, mitigate something over here, and this caused the breakdown. This is a valid order block, but I didn't really like this because if we draw out the premium discount level, the 50%, you can see that this is below the 50%, so this is at the premium level to sell. So I won't look to sell here, I'll look to sell anything above here, and this is mitigated, so this is our final order block. Anyways, here we have yeah, there's an order block here. I think I enter on the 50%, the equilibrium. So again, the premium discount array, so your premium discount, so 50%, okay, 50% here, just nice. I'm just gonna mark this out so you guys can see 50%, and then our entry somewhere around here. I can't remember what's the exact point. I think my stop was 2 pip, and then I think it tapped in nicely, so we can see liquidity form. So you don't have to panic because our minute range is here to here. Unless it break here, this zone will be violated, invalidated, sorry. But for now, I think it's still valid. Then we have a nice tap. Do we? Yeah, I entered somewhere around here. So on the screenshot, you can see that I enter a pip to point. I'm not sure why I entered here. Oh, I think yeah. I remember now. So this was the a whole number. So we can see here. Okay, you look at the high here. Look at the high here. This came in at 110370. Okay, 110370. It tapped in nicely. I was setting my order to the exact a whole number because the 50% was here, 372, and I want it to have a nice number for my entry. So I have it to 370. It tapped in nicely. Okay, and then yeah, and then my first take profit was somewhere, and then we see price start to range, or price almost take me out. But because at this point I was thinking that price came in, price tapped into my order, structure break, this will be my last point of mitigation. If I am correct, price shouldn't go above and take me out, so I set break even here. So somewhere around this high I was break even. Okay, then we see eventually price started to come down. Okay, then this is our first major break, which is on the 5-minute break, I think. Yep, this was the 5-minute breakout structure. And then in theory I scale in a few profits here, about 20%. Oh, I scale in 25% and I left 75% to run because the 75% I was expecting it to let it run here. Because in theory this was the H4 high, right? In theory this was the H4 high. H4 high, this was the extreme. In theory price should come down here to at least take profit here. So yeah, other than that, I take partials at 25%. I have 75% running. Let's take a look, and then eventually price came in. So okay, we can see the first break, and then we see the second break. So I'm expecting retrace to somewhere around this order block before another break. So I I actually wanted to send an order here. I wanted to send an order here, but I was seeing this was around midnight. You can see below it's around 1-2 a.m. Where is the London close. So I didn't really want to take any trade because the volume is very little, so you can see that in nicely. I didn't really scale in here, and I think it break down even lower. Let's take a look. Yeah, so you can see that the London range, the London close is just there's not much volume, and then we open to the next day to the Asia session, and then again we got a first break. Yeah, so this would have been a very nice scale in. I think I have my order 50% here, and then I missed it somewhere around the 50%. So I missed this scale in, but nonetheless it was okay. I don't think I scale in here. I don't think I scale in here. I scale in somewhere on the 15-minute break. Then we can see price was doing its thing nicely. Zero, a little to zero drawdown. Okay, where is my order? Okay, anyway, let's bring this up. So when I woke up, it was somewhere around here in the Asia. And then I think I took partial somewhere around here. I couldn't quite remember, but I took partial somewhere around here, which is a good 10-11 hour trade. Okay, so this was my first partial, and then ultimate take profit was to have it down here. Okay, and then we just watch what price want to do. Then from there, 15-minute break, and then I wanted to look to scale in, and then we can see that price came in nicely to this order block. This would have tapped me in. Then at this point I was thinking, I took partials, I set my order break even. If I'm correct, there's no reason for price to go any higher. So if price go above, if price go above, we should see this order block being tapped next. Other than that, nice bearish order flow. I don't think there's anything I could have done better. Maybe look at this 15 minutes, because 15 minute it's still bullish to me, because here you can see it start printing higher. It did not close above, so it's still bullish. So technically this order block is a good area to scale in, or to take profits, like maybe 50%. Yeah, 50% tap in nicely somewhere around here. Look to take profit somewhere around the 50%, maybe a first TP, first take profit, and then I'll let the remaining partials run. And then yeah, so because on the 15-minute it was still bullish, anything below is bearish, so I was expecting here to break, but nonetheless it eventually take me out break even. It was just doing its thing. Yeah, I didn't have a chance to scale in because I was seeing at how price move, and then I was looking at this order block on top, so I didn't really scale in much, because I know that even if I miss the scale in here, okay, even if I miss the scale in here on the higher time frame, on the H1, I'll look for a H1 break. So where's my marker? So this was the H1 low that I'm looking to break. So I had my alert here waiting for it to break. So I was expecting something like this, break off the H1, retest off the order block before going lower, because I know that I don't have to always catch the extreme high at the extreme OB. So since I have my first 1-minute entry here, which was sharp and clean, there's no reason for me to scale in and get into unnecessary losses. So I was just patiently waiting for this to be broken, but I don't think it break. Yeah, it never breaks. So it came close to breaking it, like here, and then it just went up to hit me break even. So yeah, this was a good trade. It ran a total of, I think, 13. It peaked at 16R. Okay, it peaked at 16R. Obviously I didn't cash out full 16R. I took partials along the way. So this is why even though my direction was wrong, I'm still able to capitalize on it by taking partials, and yeah, it overall helps with my win rate too. So anyway, this has been taken out a good 16R. It picked 16R. I'm not gonna say I take 16R. I took partial somewhere around here, around 13R, which if I times my partials, should around 4 to 5R. Yeah, 4 to 5R in a span of Oh, this was a long trade. This was a long trade in a span of 16 hours. Yeah, 16 hours. But if you are someone who have a really big balls, in 22 hours, 16 hours is not bad. 16 hours is not bad. But this kind of thing, nobody can expect it to happen. So just let it run and price step into this order block, right? So yeah. So even though I was wrong about the direction, I was correct about the trade. So um, scaling some profits. Now price is somewhere around here. We'll look to scale it, and now I think price is ranging somewhere around here. Oh, then we can see huge sell-off. Honestly, I didn't want to get into this. I didn't want to get into this position at the moment because if I look at it, right, this is the 1 hour. This is the 1 hour. Okay, if I draw this out on the lower time frame, it doesn't look like a mitigation to me. It looks like it just here you can see there's nothing here. It's just inefficiencies. If you go down to the 1 minute, let's take a look. Yeah, this is a valid mitigation, but this is not what I'm interested in. I'm interested somewhere above. But anyway, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So if I'm wrong about this, let's take a look. If I'm wrong about this, I don't have to catch trade at the extreme high. So if I'm wrong about this, you can see price start to print bearish. So yeah, this is my breakdown on UJ. So if you go back to our current UJ, which is on FXCAM, yeah, so this is my current analysis which I gave yesterday. Price step in here, you can see structure printing lower. Okay, our mini 15 start to shift bearish. Okay, and then we got 2 point of interest that I'm looking to enter. I got my alert set, and we gotta see how price looks. So this is gonna invalidate when it broke the low here, and then I'll look for different kind of entry. But anyway, on the hour one is still it's still bullish. You can see it's still bullish. So there's still a reason for price to go higher, right? It's still bullish. So I'm expecting somewhere around here to go down. If not, breakout structure. We tested some of the block over here and go down. Other than that, I'll leave you guys be. I hope this is informative. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop me a DM or some sort. Yeah. With that being said, hope you guys enjoy. Yeah, I think that's all. Trade safe.